Hello and welcome to another Archie's video, and in this one we're going to have a look at how you can get all gold in the circuit experience at Brands Hatch. If you haven't already done all the circuit experiences on Gran Turismo 7, there are a lot of credits for you to earn. I did them all at game launch, but I'm back to see if I can improve a bit, and I can hopefully provide you with some tips to do the individual sectors and the full lap at the end. And if you are enjoying the content, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. It is highly appreciated. We are jumping into this one, and we're jumping straight into world circuits. Depending on how many cafe missions you've done, you might not have unlocked all the tracks. We've got them all unlocked, and we are jumping straight into Brands Hatch. And you'll find the circuit experience logo at the bottom of the screen. You can see I already did this, but we are jumping into the first sector. Let's see how we do this one. So we are coming up towards turn 1 in the radical on sports hard tire, so not that much grip. Our first marker is the 2 board. I'm braking shortly after it, but that is what I'm looking for. And I'm bringing the car down to 3rd gear. I'm carefully coming off the brake. I'm just trying to get the car lined up, back up to 4th gear and get back onto the power without running off the track. We are getting awfully close to the gravel. Next marker is that red marking on the barrier just before the gantry. We are aiming towards the inside, down to 2nd gear, coming slowly off the brake, letting the car coast around the corner, back up to 3rd gear. I want to be in 3rd gear for that entire pull towards the line on this first sector. So that was gold for the first sector, and we are jumping on to sector number 2. And the sector number 2 has a rather tricky corner. We're coming up towards this first left-hander. I'm looking at the 1 board, and you need to brake earlier than you think because you want to get the car turned. I'm using 2nd gear, coasting into the corner, want the car pointed in the right direction, back up to 3rd before I go onto the power. And now we've got another tricky left-hander. The 1 board is my marker. I am braking, but I'm not fully onto the brakes because I want to turn as well. You can see I'm slowly coming off the brakes and back up to 3rd gear after being down to 2nd. And here I am almost running a bit wide. We managed to keep it on the track, and we're just staying in 3rd gear, just powering towards the line. And that was the end of that sector. We've got gold on that one as well. We are moving on to sector number 3. And on this one we've got some really fast corners coming up. So we are going to just rev it out. I think we are upshifting to 5th gear as soon as we can. This car is a short shifter. We're looking for the barrier on the inside. That is my marker. I'm going down to 4th gear. I am slowly coming off the brakes and just coasting a bit, waiting for it to be safe to come fully back onto the power, aiming for that exit point. And now we've got another barrier coming up, that one on the inside. I might be braking slightly after it, but that is what I'm looking for. Down to 3rd gear for a bit of rotation, back up to 4th, and just trying to be brave on the power on the exit without running wide. Here we've got another couple of barriers to look at. We've got one on the outside and one on the inside. I usually look at the one on the inside. And once again braking, using some 3rd gear for the rotation, cutting a big chunk there, back up to 4th, and this is where it almost goes wrong. I'm way too much on the grass. My line is weird. Look for that tree or the end of that fence, but I am coming in at a weird angle. Down to 2nd gear and a slightly compromised line, back up to 3rd gear. And you can see my narrow entry almost messed up my exit, but we still survived. We still got a safe goal on this sector as well, and we are jumping onto the 4th and final sector. We've basically only got the final corner to do, so we are ready to take over from the auto drive. And we are short shifting to 4th gear, and now we are looking for that green barrier on the left hand side. We are braking, bringing the car down to 3rd gear. I might be cutting a tiny bit too much on the inside, and that will make the car slide a bit and not make the best exit. But you can see I'm straight up to 4th gear again, and now you can see the car just pull towards the line. Definitely need to use some short shifting in this car. And that was the final sector. Now we just need to do the full lap. I'm not going to slow down the footage for the corners. Now we'll just stay on board and just need to string it all together. So we are starting the lap, we're coming up towards the 2 board, and we are braking shortly after it, bringing the car down to 3rd, making it rotate back up to 4th gear, and we are looking for the barrier on the left hand side. We are braking down to 2nd gear, slowly coming off the brake, letting the car rotate back up to 3rd gear, up onto the power as soon as we can, looking for the 1 board, down to 2nd and back up to 3rd on the exit. Just let the car roll into that corner, rather tricky one to do. Now we're looking for the 1 board. We are braking down to 2nd gear, slowly coming off the brake, letting the car find the inside and powering out of there, almost running wide again, but we are gaining on the go. Short shifting to 4th gear, and this time I'm doing a clumsy double shift. I think 5th gear might be enough for the end of the straight. We're looking for the inside barrier, down to 4th gear, almost lost it there, slightly missed an apex. Now we're looking for the other inside barrier. We are down to 3rd, letting the car roll into the corner, back up to 4th, using as much of the track as we dare. Now we've got the barriers just before the 1 board. We are down to 3rd gear, and for some reason we are staying in 3rd gear this time, looking for the 3 and braking, but staying in 3rd gear, not using 2nd for rotation. A bit clumsy corner still. Short shifting to 4th gear around the middle of the rev bar, looking for the green barrier on the outside. Down to 3rd, letting the car roll in, back up to 4th. You want that 4th gear for the entire final run towards the finish line. Also seeking towards the right hand side for a shorter route, and we are going across the line just below a 137.1, and you can see you need a 139.5 to go this full lap, so there definitely is some wiggle room in there. Anyway, I hope you found this video entertaining and maybe even somewhat useful. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.